Hello everyone, in this video we see Alexander Alekhine's amazing game. This game was played in 1918 in Kiev in exhibition match. So without wasting time, let's dive into the game. So Alekhine play with white pieces and Alexander Evenson play with black. So Alekhine starts with e4 and the black replies with e5. Knight to c3, Vienna game. Knight to f6, bishop to c4. Bishop to b4. So black want to exchange this knight and then want to take this pawn on e4. But Alekhine continue with f4 and black exchange his bishop. And finally black take this pawn on e4 with his knight. And here pause the video and think Alekhine's next move. So Alekhine continue with bishop takes f7 check and sacrifice his bishop. So black accept the bishop, and after taking bishop, Alekhine continue with queen to d5 check and create fork on knight. So in other words, Alekhine simply exchange his bishop with black's knight and destroy the position of black and also weakens black's king. King to e8, queen takes knight, knight to c6, f takes e5, queen to e7 and the pressure on pawn. So Alekhine continue with knight to f3 and create support on e5, d6, bishop to g5 and the pressure on queen and also prepare for castle on queen side. Queen to e6 and finally Alekhine castles queen side. But black can't castle because black's king is moved. So black continue with d takes e5 and Alekhine take with his knight. Let's see, if black take this knight with his knight, then black would lose his control on d8 and rook to d8 comes and the king has only one move, and after rook to f1 check all squares are covered. So after some exchanges, black has to move his queen between rook and the king and the black would lose his queen. And if black take with his queen, then again rook to d8 comes, but black couldn't take this rook with his knight because black would lose his support on queen by knight and black would lose his queen. And if black move his king, then rook to f1 check comes and all squares are covered. So king has only one move, king to e6, and then queen to g4 comes and both files are covered. So queen to f5 is forced, and after queen to f5 queen takes queen is mate. And also Alekhine could move his queen on c4 and then queen to d5 and the queen takes queen is mate. So if black want to save his checkmate, then black couldn't move his king on e6 and black has to move his queen between rook and queen, but in this case black would lose his queen and black has to resign in endgame. So black didn't take this knight and continue with h6 and create pressure on bishop. So here pause the video and think Alekhine's final move. So Alekhine didn't save his bishop and sacrifice his queen and take this knight. Queen takes knight check, and after queen takes knight check, black resigned here because Alekhine eliminate this knight to remove the control of d8 square. So black can't take this queen because rook to d8 is immediately checkmate. All squares are covered and the rook is supported by bishop. And if queen takes queen, then also rook to d8 is mate. And if black move his queen between queen and the queen, then queen to e6 check. And if queen takes queen, then also rook to d8 is made. But if black move his king, then knight to g6 is also made. But black has a chance. Black could move his bishop, but Alekhine could continue with queen takes b7 and create pressure on rook. And after saving rook, bishop takes rook comes, but black couldn't take bishop or knight, because if queen takes knight, then rook to e1 comes and the black's queen would pin and the black would lose his queen, so black couldn't take this knight. And if black take this bishop, then rook takes bishop check comes, and after moving king, checkmate comes. So black has to take this rook with his queen if black want to save his checkmate. But black would lose his queen. So black has to resign after losing queen. So after queen takes knight check, black resigned here. Thanks for watching and bye for now.